College students from coast to coast are swarming back to dormitories this month, and guess who are tagging along? Bed bugs.
Bed bugs? Haven't heard that one.
Yep, and they are grade A survivors. These tiny, bloodthirsty, creepy crawlies have swelled in numbers in recent years, as have their bellies. First, it was hotels and cruise ships. Now, bed bugs have invaded college campuses big time. From California,
I don't want to get bit up in my bed,
to New Jersey.
I can't sleep at night anymore.
And everywhere in between.
I'd raise some hell about that, but no, I haven't seen that at all.
Experts cite summer travels, especially internationally, as a factor, with students unknowingly bringing the bugs back in their luggage.
If these are dead...
University of Florida pest controller Wayne Walker is a man on a mission, fighting bed bugs there in an unusual way.
The temperature that we need to reach is 113.
Instead of the more common steam and vacuum method, he puts mattresses and other infected items in a makeshift styrofoam oven of sorts, baking the little suckers to death. But unless every bed bug is killed, and they're pretty tough to get rid of, chances are they'll simply come crawling back, which could have students itching to get this school year over with. Walker says changing student behavior is key to controlling the spread of bed bugs.
There's not a preventive treatment for bed bugs. I can't go and treat in an apartment and say that bed bugs won't survive in here. So we have to educate the students.
At UC Berkeley, they're using pesticides, heat, and cold treatments to get on top of their problem.
We're using different control methods for the roaches and ants. And the bed bugs kind of slipped under the radar.
Under the radar, under the sheets, yet blowing their cover every day. For today, Ron Mott, NBC News, Atlanta.
Richard Cooper is an entomologist and co-author of the Bed Bug Handbook. Hey, Richard, good morning. This is freaking me out, this thing. So these are tiny, sometimes hard to see with the naked eye. They are nocturnal. They feed on blood. So do they carry diseases like mosquitoes do?
Well, no. Unlike mosquitoes, they don't carry disease. So that's the good news. But they do leave incredibly itchy, irritating welts, can become very heavy rashes on some people. And it's really hard to get a good night's sleep if you know that once you fall asleep, you've got these bugs coming out of the woodwork to feed on you.
We saw, in the piece there, we saw some big ones, and we've got some here on the set. These are adults. These are big, juicy ones, but for the most case, these are smaller. So if you can't open the bed and before you get in it, see them crawling around, is the only way you know you're going to have them by starting to see the bites on your body?
Well, it's the bites, but not everyone reacts to bed bugs. So there's other signs and symptoms that people need to be aware of. For example, this is an example here of a mattress encasement that has fecal staining. People think of blood spotting. They think of red spots. We're really looking for these black tar-like stains. This is one of the major signs. And to be familiar with what the bugs look like themselves.
Why are we seeing more of these? You know, Ron talked about in his piece. I know back in the 90s there were some of these in hotels and hospitals and now college campuses. Why are we seeing more of them?
Right. It's a global problem, a huge problem here in the U.S. And college campuses are really the perfect setting because we have large numbers of students coming from all over the country, in fact, all over the world, every semester. And it's inevitable that somebody's going to bring bugs in with them, one or more students. And once the bugs are introduced, they can rapidly spread because of all the interaction that the students have visiting each other's rooms.
And also visiting each other's rooms. Then the kids go to school, they pack their clothes to come back for holidays. Now they bring them into their parents' home.
Right, which is why they have to be educated. And that's where, you know, going to websites like bedbugcentral.com, they can get educated on how to avoid bed bugs, what to look for, and how to prevent bringing them home.
But you've got some tips right now, and the first is use mattress and box spring encasements. You're talking about the covers that go over things like that.
Right. They completely envelop all of the entire mattress, the entire box spring. Every bed in my home is encased. I encounter bed bugs in travel. They're not going to infest my mattress, but I'll be able to see the signs and symptoms, and that's the key, early detection.
This one sounds very obvious, but avoid picking up discarded items. Like you see something on the street, like a mattress or a pillow, don't take that home.
That's right, and these days a lot of them are infested.
All right, and so this baking idea that they're doing down in Florida where they bring the temperature up above 113 degrees, does that work?
Well, absolutely. Heat is the biggest weakness of the bed bug. It'll kill the adults and the immatures, the eggs as well. So heating is a great idea.
If you treat a room, what are the chances they come back? Is it just the amount of people who come in and out of that room?
Well, getting rid of them is very difficult. You know, this is really a job for a professional. This is not something someone's going to do on their own. It takes repeated treatments. Once they're gone, unless they're reintroduced, the problem's solved.
All right, Richard, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.